Yeah, hello and once again. So this will be part three, things that hold us back. If you've not watched part one, part two, please do. I've said a lot of things in them, and I'm just continuing here on this one, which is part three. If you've not watched part one, part two, please do. There's a lot of information I've left in there. So that's it. And you see, one of the things you find, you see around us is when something is going wrong in a place, in a corporate space, in the church, in the family, or in any place you find us. When something is going wrong, everybody in that community knows what is going wrong. They know who is the cause of that problem. But people refuse to speak out so that the right thing is done. Yeah. Everybody knows who is causing the problem. See, before the issue was picked up, people in the community were complaining about what that thing is doing and it is doing to the community. One of the things you realize that immediately an authority or immediately that case or that topic is picked up so that it can be addressed. You realize that nobody wants to come out to point to who is the cause of it, to point out the people who are responsible, the people who are the reason why that problem is there in that community. Everybody keeps quiet. Meanwhile, that problem, that issue, that now for some reason has gained traction, has come to the attention of the authorities, and now they want to deal with that issue and make sure it's not going to happen again. When it's time for people to speak up, everybody runs away. Everybody goes to hide. Meanwhile, before that case came to the realization or came to the authorities, everybody in the community was complaining about that problem that was troubling them. Are you seeing what I'm talking about? Timid. It's raising timid people. So the people will talk about a certain thing, certain problems, what is going on here. In the very moment, authorities or whatever agency or body wants to deal or probe that thing, everybody keeps quiet because what? Nobody wants to be the one who points out who is actually doing the problem so that what? That problem is eradicated from the community. People are saved in the community. It does not repeat in the community. Everybody runs away. People keep quiet. This one I'm talking about this way in which we are raised that supports people to be timid. And the very moment that person speaks up to make sure that this problem does not repeat again, because it's a threat to their children, it's a threat to the generations, or it's a threat to the community, that person who rather spoke up so that the right thing can be done, that person will be persecuted by the same community that was complaining about that same problem. I'm bringing some of these things to you. Our culture, tradition, not all of them. Our culture, tradition, and custom, they are very positive sides of them, but they are also negative sides that we have to address. As I'm saying, if it cannot be addressed totally or generally, then you, the individual, you have to start adjusting those things when you become an adult. Otherwise, those things, the effect, we are going to have the effect on you, is going to affect you. There are towns in Japan where you just go, the shop is there. The shop is there in that community. It's not in the city. This is not a shop that is high-tech or something. There's no technology stuff over there. You go to the shop, every item in the shop is there, is labeled with the price on them. And there is a place you put the money of whatever you are buying. And now community is able to live with that kind of setup. And nobody goes there to steal. Nobody goes there to pick anything. And this is not because, see, people are not following or being able to live in that community without stealing from that shop. They are not doing it because of a government law imposed on them. This is a community, normal community. Nobody picks anything from that shop. You go there, you buy what you want, you put the money in the thing, and you go back. And it's working because that is something the community has cultivated amongst them. It's something the community has cultivated amongst them. Some of these things, you can't practice them here. You can't. Why? Our culture, those things, it allows certain things that destroy people in the long run. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things people are living by. I can talk about that. There are a lot of things people are living by. You know, one of them I can speak about is Nyame Nehweba. There are people who believe this concept, this idea. Nyame Nehweba. Nyame Nehweba. So people hold on to this thing. And because people have held on to this Nyame Nehweba, some have 10 children and they cannot provide even 3 square meals for them because Nyame Nehweba. And why are they practicing it? Because probably when they were growing up, somebody said something similar, or something came up and people used that as an excuse, or the bypass around it. And so somebody has also adopted it since their child will say, Nyame Nehweba. And so you have fathered 10 children and you cannot provide 3 square meals for them. Some of these things, you are not supposed to hold on to those things. You are not supposed to hold on to it. Because the Bible tells us that, look, a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. A wise man. This is the Bible speaking. A wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. I don't know how you are going to be able to leave an inheritance for your children's children, without proper planning. I don't know how you are going to do that. I don't know how you are going to leave an inheritance for your children's children if you spend all your time here on earth working in the system, working in the rat race, which is not designed to make you wealthy, which is not designed to make you have enough. I don't know how you are going to fulfill that, leaving an inheritance for your children's children. I don't know how you are going to do that when you waste all your time you have here on earth doing a 9 to 5. I don't know how you are going to do that. I don't know how you are going to achieve that. I can talk about another one. Parents believe they take care of their children for their children to take care of them. A lot of these things you have been hearing. Look, move away from that thing. And people are walking around with some of this idea and this concept. You are taking care of your children for your children to take care of you. How is that practical? You are supposed to set up your children and then set them up in a way so that they can be able to run their race and complete their race without you. So what do you see? You see children grow up and who have to come and carry the burden of their parents. And because they have to carry the burden of their parents, they are not able to set up their own children to finish their course or run their race properly. A lot of people are believing a lot of things. And even this parents believing they are raising their children for their children to come and take care of them. That thing, you have to throw it away, because when you believe in that thing, there's no way you are going to walk in a way. There's no way you are going to work in a way to leave an inheritance for your children's children. You'll be sitting down waiting for your children to come and take care of you. It's a problem. This is part. Watch the next part.